I'm in the park, not too far from my house. And I've been thinking a lot about video art. Obviously, working inside, staying at home a lot more, so I've been editing a lot of things. And they've all somehow been to do with video art. So I thought for the topic of this video, we'd kind of look at that. It's a question that comes up a lot, you know, what is video art? So we may need some help answering that, just to begin with.
Let's go. From a guy with an penny.
Can you just put a voiceover on it or something about what I actually said in the comment, because right now I'm out of ideas.
Art is from the Proto-Indo-European meaning to fit together. So in a real sense, anything that is man-made is art. Blah, 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 blah.
Someone's had their weird looks.
So around about April, May time, 2020, we started the first version of this project with Signdance, which was called the Time Project, where we got together, I think, 13 international artists, all doing different art forms, all locked down in different parts of the world, and they sent us something in. You know, and we kind of took those and discussed them and combined them to create really interesting collaborative pieces, often with artists that have never met. So that's pretty cool, right?
So here's an example. We got this piece of footage sent through from Berlin by Noemi. It's a movement piece, and if you just pause that, yes, thank you. This music by Richard Pollock. He's working in the UK. So we combine these two things together and we end up with a really nice piece of video art.
Cool. And I suppose like one of the most difficult things with a project like this is that if we're going to combine the work of all these different artists from around the world, you know, who each have their own style, their own individual way of doing things, their own point of view, their own thing that they're trying to express, that brings up some major difficulties when you start mashing them together. You know, you want to be sensitive to what people are trying to say, but you also want to, you know, drive home the fact that when you do combine things, maybe you can get to a place where they themselves never even imagined. And so, you know, kind of like create something greater than the sum of its parts, which is the whole point of the project and the whole point of collaboration usually, right? In artistic things. And so, again, with that idea of sensitivity in mind and that idea of like how can we get past the individual and push things together and do something else, I think there is one important thing that I like to think about again, and I'm not the best at explaining it, so we will need a little bit more help. But it's a good one. Very good one.
The death of the author is about the death of any authority figure that can tell you ultimately what the text is about. It's about moving away from the intention of the author towards the reading of the reader and what they believe, where they're from, what language they speak, etc., etc.
Okay, so things mean whatever I think they mean artistically, I get that, but what if I'm struggling to stop thinking about what the author means?
Yeah, you just move beyond it because it's not what they think or what they believe or what they intend. It's not about the author. It's about you as a reader.
But what if I hate the author?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, fine. So let's divorce ourselves from the idea of having to honour the intention of every individual author when we're combining things. Let's instead focus more broadly on the theme, which is time. We're still going to need to be able to justify what we do when we're pushing things together, and so I have a system. Go too far this way and you end up saying things like, the film was sad, so I made it blue. You are going to get ripped to shreds. Go too far this way and you're going to end up in the back of the Saatchi gallery one day being ripped to shreds literally by someone with a PhD in that specific thing you tried to copy, and that's also not going to be so great, is it? So I find a happy medium to be somewhere around about here. Final example just to illustrate this point, a piece called Time 3.
Okay, now gather around so I can talk to the gods and goddesses of the congregation. When you see melanin shining, you can't tell who the goddess is. You see, we were all modest then. The devils wore Prada and maybe had an identity, but ID profane was your only amenity. So I declare royalty for all the sovereignties, to all the times we were quarantined and left alone with our own minds to feed. Now most are just watching fees with no mouths to feed. Time to find a way to generate fees and reverse being gentrified. I'll let all these words diversify.
But of course, it does just mean whatever you think it does, so feel free to ignore all of that. And if you did enjoy the films, then you can go watch them all now on inbetweenspacesplatform.com. I will link that in the description as well.
Hi. So,
This is like a nice bathroom. I'm thinking of kind of removing all this stuff and just making the tub look like it's hovering somewhere kind of otherworldly. Put like a big black sheet here, get some colored gels and lights on either side. Sit in, so it's kind of like bath, nothingness, person's face. I've got this big thing of purple shampoo. Gonna get somebody to pour it all over me, shoot it in slow-mo, 4K, camera here, bam, that's something. That's like strong imagery. Strong hands, strong imagery. Okay. Okay. This is something. This is definitely something. Okay. So I was invited by Signdance to submit a piece to their latest version of the project called The Essence of Time. So this is me reflecting on that theme as a filmmaker slash artist and coming up with a submission. Eventually this will be mixed with other people's work, but for now, this is me thinking about lockdown, thinking about the passage of time, and coming up with strong imagery to reflect that. On my right hand side I've got a blue light to represent night. On my left hand side, sort of reddy purple to represent day, and these two lights come on and off to show the passage of time. Eventually they mix together until you can't really tell what's what. While this is happening, I'm continuously having purple shampoo poured all over my body until I'm completely covered. This is supposed to represent the sort of endless activities that fill these days and this time, like washing, like cleaning, and yeah. There's some more specific things, but I'll leave those out for now, and that's essentially it. The new project, The Essence of Time, will be up on the inbetweenspacesplatform.com website in the near future, and yeah, I look forward to seeing if the meaning changes for me, and let's see if it changes for you too. But for now, that's what I was thinking about, and that's my piece. My name's Rob. I like skating, although I'm not that good at it. Come on this journey with me. Maybe we'll go nowhere, everywhere's closed.
Welcome to the garage. I recently had a skating disaster in Carnarvon while filming a future episode of this. No. You. I did see it sink away forever. No. And I spent the last 2 years with that board. And it had new wheels. So that was really great. Here we are today, and we have this new box from Black Sheep skateboard company in Manchester, and we're going to set something new up and then go actually make some video art so everything comes together. Thank you, Black Sheep. Absolutely bashing bolts through with a truck. Not quite like that. Alright then, let's go make some video art. Lockdown again. I'm in the house near my park.